We're living in interesting times when console prices increase rather than decrease, and Xbox becomes one of the latest video game consoles where the prices go up rather than go down. Wait, didn't we do this already? Oh, we're doing it again for Xbox, but this time it's for Game Passes because Game Pass prices are now rising by 50% to $29.99 per month from $19.99, and that's just on the US. This price hike is going global, and it also applies to PC Game Pass as well. But hey, at least you get way more games. You get 45 new titles like Hogwarts Legacy, Diablo 4, Assassin's Creed 4, Far Cry Primal, and Watch Dogs. All these games are available either discounted or on the 7 Seas. The same goes with some of the Ubisoft games and Fortnite Crew. Also, you get cloud gaming upgrades to 1440p and expanded reward system. You can also get cloud gaming for free, but you'll have to see ads. Yeah, none of these are enticing, so people are just canceling their Ultimate Game Pass subscriptions. They're canceling their subscriptions so much that their servers crashed. The website is overloaded with too many requests. Remember that time when someone asked to delete one between Nintendo, PlayStation, Xbox, or Steam? I said that I wouldn't delete any of them. I want them to delete themselves. But if I have to choose, I choose Xbox because I think Xbox has practically given up. Well, call me Lisa Nalgai because everyone else is also choosing to give up Xbox. I am so proud of you people. The rising Xbox prices of both the consoles and the Ultimate Game Pass subscription is causing a lot of people to be concerned. Some, however, are not concerned, and they just defend price increases in totally unsurprising ways. Ubisoft Plus is being added to the package. Oh wow, amazing deal. Now I get to play more Ubisoft slops at the top of Xbox slops. Now I don't have to pay for 2 separate subscriptions. Why do you even have 2 separate subscriptions for Xbox and Ubisoft to begin with? Logic tells me I'm paying the same amount anyway. You could have asked for a cheaper amount for your specific case, but good on you for canceling one of your subscriptions to get 2 for the price of the same. Sounds like great value, right? Only the whiny and unemployed are crying. Oh, God forbid people want things to go cheaper, right? God forbid people are unemployed in a world where it's extremely difficult to find jobs, right? What is wrong with you? With all this price increase in consoles, maybe we should take the third option and go for PC gaming. Right? The idea that PC gaming is the best value doesn't hold up under scrutiny. That depends on how you define value. Building a rig capable of matching PS5 performance can easily run $1,400 to $2,000 if you want high-end specs that can improve visual performance or brute force unoptimized ports, and that's before peripherals, licenses, etc. First off, do not go to PC gaming expecting to build a PC that matches a console, or better than a console. You go to PC gaming to play games on a PC. That's it. Second, you can make great PCs under $1,000. It's more expensive than consoles, but that $400 extra is worth it for the flexibility, the hardware, how you play your games, how to set your games, software, emulation, mods, all the benefits of PC gaming. Third, if you don't want to build a PC, you can get excellent gaming laptops for under $1,000. PC elitists love to bash gaming laptops, but I couldn't disagree more. I think they are excellent ways to enter PC gaming for a lot of people who want to get into PC gaming without the hassle of building one or buying other peripherals. That's a multiple of the cost of a console like PlayStation, which delivers optimized performance and exclusives out of the box. Yeah, no. This is not true for plenty of multi-platform games these days. They run terribly on both PCs and consoles. On software, the supposed advantage of PC evaporates quickly. No, it doesn't. If anything, it absolutely eviscerates consoles in that department. Windows sucks, but Linux is available, and at least Windows gives you more flexibility and freedom than your average console OS. Steam's full-price launches for the majority of AAA games are the same as console, and outside of a few seasonal sales, PlayStation's discounts are just as competitive, often better when factoring in PS Plus discounts. Even if PlayStation discounts are just as competitive as Steam's, they're not. Games being discounted is a very small part of software. For all its faults, Windows allows more digital distributors other than Steam. Not to mention, you can play way more games than the ones that PlayStation lets you. And if we're talking about software in the context of game library, Windows easily wins in quantity. So yeah, in software, PC absolutely eviscerates consoles. Yes, PC is not the best value for everybody, but it depends on how you define value. To me, and to a lot of PC gamers in the world, it is perfect. Let's move on to another gaming hoopla, but this time, it involves greedy corporations. Electronic Arts was once voted as the worst company in the world, and apparently they will continue to do so. The company is no longer going to be publicly traded, it will be delisted from Nasdaq, and it will go through a private deal valued at roughly $55 billion by a group of investors that includes Trump's son-in-law Jared Kushner and a group of investors from Saudi Arabia. Honestly, I don't know what to make of this news. EA is already one of the worst gaming companies in the world, so I don't really have a lot of care or sympathy for what's going on with EA, or who's going to own EA. I don't buy EA products, and neither should a lot of you. The last EA game that I bought was Battlefield 3, to test a mod where I can play the game offline against bots, but I can't even run the game, so that's my $5 wasted. I heard people say that with this new acquisition, they're gonna make microtransactions more aggressive, laying off more people, even using AI to cut corners and save money. So, basically the same thing that EA has been doing. Seriously, the world will be a better place if we don't buy EA games, and people know how to sail the seas for their older ones. And thanks to Saudi Arabia and Trump's son-in-law being involved, some people just want to insert politics into the mix. I think people should be aware that just because political activists are coming into your video games doesn't mean you yourself should be a political activist. I just wanted to play video games. You still can. I've been testing out my MacBook Air, which is my work laptop, but I don't like macOS, so I'm running Linux on it. Here's some good old Unreal Tournament, Half-Life 1, Counter-Strike, Doom with the latest Project Brutality mod, and some Tony Hawk Pro Skater on the PS1 while I'm at it. Figuring out how to get these games to run on Linux is quite the challenge, but it is really fun. What I'm saying is, despite all the happenings around the world, there are so many ways in which we can have fun with video games, and I think people should explore that way more than caring about the latest video game happenings. Seriously, Linux is such a game changer. You should give it a try. I'm considering making a video on it too in the future. Now I have to spend all day petitioning the government to arrest Antifa terrorist rioters and getting libtards fired for violent posts. Congratulations, you are now a political activist. We don't need more political activism in gaming. We need less. And here you are adding more. For context, this is in response to EA being bought by Saudi Arabia, but I have no idea what that has to do with Antifa, terrorist rioters, or lunatic liberals. I'm not saying they're not problems. I just have no idea what all that has to do with EA being bought by Saudi Arabia and Jared Kushner, Trump's son-in-law. If anything, it's the right-wingers that are invading gaming now. And I wouldn't exactly describe the Arabs as left-wing. If you are gonna be a political activist, at least know who your enemies are. I just wanted to play video games. You should have left my video games alone. What is this cringe-ass threat, bro? You can still play your video games, just don't play the ones made by EA. Not that anyone should play games made by EA anyway, even if this news doesn't exist. Whether you see a Rightoid say, I just wanted to play video games, it's never even the good ones. Always AAA dude bro slop. They wanted to return not to the golden age of 1990 or 2006, but to Call of Duty Zombies. I honestly don't know the games that those people play, but are you seriously dissing on Call of Duty Zombies? Compared to what Call of Duty is right now, I'd rather go back to play Black Ops 2, which at this moment runs on almost anything with a GPU right now. So go play Black Ops 2. You can even play that against bots. That's why it's still my favorite Call of Duty. If you are going to be a political activist, you might consider police reform after this hoopla. It's comical how incompetent a lot of law enforcement are sometimes. There's a leaked intel brief that shows how the feds are terrified of Fortnite and Discord. Why? Well, let's take a look, shall we? This document is unclassified and it's not for public release, but it got leaked to independent journalists, so great job there. It talks about how violent extremists could exploit functionality of popular online gaming. In other words, they play video games and they use their social features to interact with each other. Everyone does this. You might as well accuse them of drinking water. This is something so basic that law enforcement who are familiar with social media should know about all this as much as the back of their hands. But I guess law enforcement are run by boomers who need to have all these things that we internet dwellers already know for years. Seriously, look at all these classifications on all these gaming and social media platforms. They are terrified of Discord because it fills all the possible checkboxes, but it's not Discord's fault. It's people's fault for joining servers with radicalized individuals, and believe me when I say that your time is way more valuable in life than dealing with the terminally political people on a lot of the public Discord servers. Second to Discord is Steam, because they genuinely think that gaming platforms that just so happen to have social media features like Steam can radicalize people to certain viewpoints. They can even conduct plotting and spread terrorist messaging. We should prevent all this before they even happen. Oh wait, there's a small addendum in the bottom. The mere presence of an individual on one or more online gaming platforms is not indicative of any nefarious activity. Good for you to recognize that basic distinction. Law enforcement should not interpret this product as a tasking or encouragement to monitor activity on these platforms. Good. You shouldn't, because it's a waste of your time. How about you take people's reports more seriously before we see more victims? And that's all for the video today. Here's the cat. Huge thanks to all the wonderful sponsors this week. You're all fantastic. Don't forget to check out my previous videos here. Click the like button, comment, subscribe, join the YouTube membership, leave some tips, just $1 down below. And thanks for watching.